I'm normally based in Italy, but today I happen to be in Gdansk, Poland, because several members of our engineering team are based here, and I'm here with our CEO. We are visiting them. Polish engineers are terrific. They're some of the best on the planet, and we want to take advantage of that. We have team members in the US, in Europe, in several countries in Asia. I'm Paul Murphy. I have been involved in software, managing software teams for a very long time. I started off in biotech, worked on some embedded projects, then spent time in financial services. I was on Wall Street back in the very early days of the internet, which was pretty exciting. And from there, started my startup career. My very first startup was in the medical space. And from there, moved on to telephony. And from there, I did work in speech recognition, natural language processing. And after that, I caught the crypto bug, and I haven't left crypto.
Crypto data infrastructure.
Crypto data infrastructure turned out to be this absolutely essential field. Given my background in financial services, this is traditional financial services, would need to be able to develop risk models and investment models based on crypto data. So we started building the top layer, which was the analytics layer, and then realized that everything we were doing to mine the data at a lower level was very repetitive and was going to be needed by everyone in the industry. So we started going down that path, managing our own nodes, doing our own data transformations, storing them into large databases. That's become an absolutely indispensable part of the crypto ecosystem. I joined Ormi because they were solving a problem that the industry has better than anyone else. They understand that blockchains are getting faster, that applications are getting more complex, and that is leading the industry to a crisis point. And first thing is, application developers are not data engineers. That's a fact. So application developers need coherent access to reliable data. And Ormi is providing that in multiple ways. They're providing raw data. They're providing data through subgraphs, that is data that is pre-processed for a particular application space. And they're also providing more general APIs. All of these things are easily consumable by application developers. So that is an absolutely critical component DApp developers in the ecosystem. For perspective of a chain, now we're seeing a huge proliferation of chains. From their perspective, they need to provide a data infrastructure to people who want to build on those chains. And Ormi is able to come in and provide almost the entire infrastructure. Ormi has two categories of clients. The first are ecosystem clients, and they are chains that need a data infrastructure for projects building on top of the chain. The other set of clients are apps, you can call them protocols, build on multiple chains. So in their case, they need reliable data infrastructure across sometimes dozens of chains. And Ormi is able to provide that. Everyone now is looking at stablecoins. Stablecoins are an incredibly important part of the crypto ecosystem. However, so are many other types of tokens. Real-world asset tokens, project tokens, Bitcoin, all of those things matter and are going to matter to financial services institutions. Those institutions need access to crypto data the same way that they have access to traditional financial services data. Crypto data is an order of magnitude more complex, and Ormi is able to provide that data to institutions in a way that allows them to build the services that they need to provide their clients. You can't build a reliable financial services model without reliable data, and Ormi is able to provide that entire stack to financial services clients. You'd think that delivering reliable data fast would be an easy thing. It's actually one of the most challenging engineering problems there are, because we constantly run up against limits. We run up against network speed limits, we run up against CPU speed, we run up against storage limits. All of those things have to be dealt with in a way that is scalable over time and predictable. That is something that Ormi's engineering staff is incredibly good at, and that's been the focus of the company from the very beginning. So we take a very hard problem and do everything we can to make it seem simple and reliable to our clients. AI is a consumer of data, an incredible consumer of data. So people are now building agents that use our data in order to solve problems. And they are vicious consumers. They're far worse than any humans or human-led DApp. They're just like data vacuum cleaners. So we need to be able to service those AI agents. We also are using AI in-house for multiple reasons. One is to provide an insight service, which we're working on but haven't released yet, that will give people the ability to understand this massive amount of data that we're collecting and making available. There's hidden gems in there that without artificial intelligence will just take decades to extract. And then another way that we're leveraging AI is to analyze our infrastructure and understand where potential future problems are coming up and be able to address them preemptively.
And so